Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Tales of Recovery podcast. Today, I have a super cool, very special guest, Mika Chait, and welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Was just thinking, okay, you're 20 years old. We're going to talk about Mika's a wellness coach, health coach, nutrition coach, sober at 20 years. I've seen your transformation in the past 2 and something years. And I think it's important for hopefully somebody out there who's listening to this is 20 years old, or you can send it to others to see the possibilities of what um, our youth can live, even in this day and age where things are kind of a shit show. And there's a lot of stress and anxiety and suicidal ideation and cutting and da da da. And so um, I'm really honored that you're here to talk about your recovery journey and whatever else we want to talk about.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm honored as well.
Thank you.
I'm very excited.
Yes. We just have to really eat the mic.
Okay, we're going to eat the mic.
So you can pull it
Okay.
in. Is that close enough?
I think so. You have to tell me.
I think so. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Just make sure you can. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So you, where do you want to start?
I don't know. There's a lot. I think maybe we can start at where my addiction kind of started.
Okay.
I really remember the first time I needed to drink. I could not feel pain anymore, and I was 13 years old.
Wow.
And I was at home alone, and I was like, wow, I need something. I can't do this on my own. I don't have the tools. Obviously, this isn't the dialogue going through my head now that I'm older. I can kind of process what I was struggling with a little bit more. But yeah, the alcohol cabinet became my baby blanket.
Your numb and escape.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And 13 years old, what, you're in 8th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much when it starts. I think that's when there's been pain growing up and stuff. That's when you have at least in my opinion, more access to, oh, this is going to help. This is going to help. This is going to help. Right. What happened? You just decided one day I'm just going to get drunk, or?
No, I had been drinking prior, but it was more with friends. This was the first time it was really to numb out and to escape.
Right.
My feelings. And I had already been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and my eating disorder was already full blown. So I was already going through a lot and struggling with abuse, physical, sexual, emotional. So it was just, it all happened super fast, and I needed something.
Right. And so, sorry guys, we got distracted by Billy at the window.
Man.
It's Billy, and I'm like, who is that man? So, if you're listening, I know a lot of parents listen to this, or women that might have a kid. So you're 13 years old. They're diagnosing you with depression, with anxiety. You're numbing out. There's abuse, emotional, sexual, all of this stuff. So what was it like for you, I guess, to be able to escape? Because I started drinking when I was probably your age, 13 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking cough medicines since way before. So I understand from a personal level. It's not like you said, it's not like you're consciously oh, I need to medicate because this is too painful for me. You're just grasping at straws.
Right.
So then, do you want to talk about how that got into, okay, I need some help?
Yeah. There was so much going on, and the alcohol and drugs it started then, but I also had this eating disorder, and I didn't leave my bed, and I had to quit dancing, and I had to quit going to school. So I became very sheltered in my room for a lot of the time. And so I didn't really struggle with substance abuse until a little bit later, but it was definitely starting at that time. but there's also like the self-harm and different ways. Like the eating disorder, I think, was really my way of harming myself
Yeah.
as well. And it was just anything to take me away from the pain that I was feeling constantly.
When do you think this pain started? Like,
I think it goes back to when I was like a baby,
mm-hmm.
and I was born in a lovely family, but I was completely misunderstood. Like,
Right.
I was always referred to as like the black sheep, or the one who grew up super fast, or like super sassy and like a lot of personality, and like I didn't enjoy the same things that my family really enjoyed, and so I always felt super out of place. They were
Mm-hmm.
super tight family. I came like 6 years later, and so I think I just
6 years after the
my
youngest
brother.
sibling. Okay.
Yeah. I came into this world kind of alone and misunderstood, and
Highly sensitive.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so I just had to learn how to like shut my feelings off at a very young age.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Stuffing him down.
Yeah.
I hope there's a parent listening here. No, just kidding.
And they're definitely what my mom will be listening.
Oh, yes. Well, you know, every parent's doing the best they can
Absolutely.
with the information that they have and their own
Absolutely.
process. But this isn't about your parents. Today is about Mika.
Absolutely.
So, you navigated. So you used to dance,
Yes.
right? I've seen a little video of you dancing. You're so good. But then you decided not to dance anymore. How was that?
I mean,
Because you were in it, like
I was
competing.
full blown in it. Like that was
Hip hop.
my
Is that what you did? Hip hop.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
my oxygen. Like
Mhm.
I
You liked it?
breathed, I slept, I ate dance. Like it was my calling, I really felt at that time. But it was so intense, and I also had struggled with minor incidences in the dance world that altered who I was, and very uncomfortable situations with people
Yeah.
in authority and my directors. And so that was very hard for me to, navigate. And I mean, I wasn't showing up to rehearsal anymore. I was like in the hospital making suicide prevention plans
Wow.
and missing rehearsal. So it was just like,
So it was intense.
it was super intense. Yeah. So I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Wow. When did that stop? Like you were 13, you said? 14?
The dancing,
Mm-hmm.
I stopped going into freshman year.
And so you navigated high school with anxiety, depression, numbing out. How was that for you?
Not easy.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled a lot, and I don't have many great memories of high school. I mean, like, who really does? But like still you have like you have like good memories, good friends. Like I didn't. Like I was heavily medicated, and also like doing a bunch of drugs.
Medicated, you mean like
Like
the
from the
doctors gave
doctor,
you?
but then also like self-medicating.
Right. Yeah.
With like heavy loads of like Xanax and stuff.
And when the doctors were giving you also what, like antidepressants or
Oh
whatever?
my god, yeah. Antidepressants, anti-anxiety meds, ADHD meds, this, that, the other. Like, and it was never like, oh, it's not working. Maybe we should try something else. It's like, oh, it's not working. Let's give her more. Let's give her more. Let's give her more. So I was like, okay, if they're giving me whatever, I can take whatever.
Right.
And that's what really led me into like the drugs.
Did they give you any like, they just give you these medications and that's it, or did they try to ask you like, hey, do you have childhood trauma, or what are your emotions like? Would you even like to dance? Do you even like to school? Or they were just giving you the meds straight up?
So I think in this society, you don't really see a child who's struggling and you're like, oh, like, are you okay? It's more like, let's fix them, and
Yeah.
let's fix them quick, because like we need to do something about this. Not like, let's understand them, like,
Right.
let's get to know them, like, let's see what they're really struggling with. It's just like, okay, they're a problem, you know, like the parents send them to therapy and they're just like, what do we don't know what to do. And then they're just like, oh, this, that, the other. And like parents will do anything for their child, even if it's not in their best interest.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of misinformation on that for sure.
Absolutely.
So then how did you transition into getting sober?
So the last year from like 16 to a little bit past 17 was like super rapid in my addiction. Like it went from like 50 to 1,000 in like a couple months. Like the near death experiences were just like racking up, and like it got to a point where like I was ruining everything I touched, everything I looked at, every person, myself, every relationship, like my job. I was losing my job. Like I had nothing.
Yeah.
And I knew I needed to do something, but I didn't fully understand. Like I was so far gone. And so yeah, there was one experience where it was like she was so fucking close that like you need to do something. And like my parents were like, okay, like they found me and wherever I was living at the time, and like I was getting these shots that kind of like interacted with the drugs I was doing, which helped me get sober. I got an amazing sobriety coach. She's hilarious. She like wake me up in the morning with my coffee and a vape and like took me to the meetings. And like that was my life. And
for how long did you do that?
For a while.
And your mom got these ladies, right? So
yes.
she hired them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Christine.
Yeah, we love you.
For sure.
But yeah, it just became so apparent to me that like, wow, I'm an addict. Like they gave me this like quiz, and it was like, are you a teenage alcoholic? And I was like, this is so funny. Like, you guys still think I'm an alcoholic? Like, please. And I checked every single box. Like, I've never passed a test so easily. And it just kind of hit me in that moment. Like, okay, wow. Like, I need help. Like, I need to be sober or I'm going to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
It's a lot.
No, I mean, it's so real.
Yeah.
People hear stories or you listen to it, but it's very real and it happens a lot.
Yes.
So the fact that you're here talking about how you navigated out of it and the support that you had, with your mom, and because not everybody has that support.
No.
So navigating out of it. I know you said you started to go to meetings and your recovery coach started to help you. What else happened? Were you still on medication? How did you go to therapy? Like, what else? Because it's not as easy as people think. Oh, just go to the meeting. There's a bunch of components to it,
Absolutely. And I think ultimately, because I was doing the therapy, I was on the meds. Like, the meetings really helped with community and like opening my eyes to the fact that I was an addict.
Right.
Other than that, it doesn't keep you sober. Like, I had to keep myself sober. Like, I was the reason that I was able to survive, because I knew how close death was so many times, and I just had to choose life.
Yeah.
And that was my only way of choosing life, was to be sober.
Right.
There was no other way.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't handle it.
So how was, like, telling me about like your day? So you woke up, went to the meeting, and what, did you keep going to school? Were you like, I know you got a little kitten.
Yeah.
Co-regulations. Like, what else were you doing?
I had a life coach who really helped me. He really understood me. he would make me journal every day and do these visualizations and just really connected me to my recovery. So I had amazing people around me, an amazing support system, and really good resources. And I also got a job as a preschool infant teacher.
Oh, that's right.
And to be so needed and unconditionally loved by these infants, it gave me such a sense of purpose to like show up and nurture the development of these babies. And it really, I mean, like so many things I can say saved my life, but it really did, because it gave me a reason to wake up in the morning and stay sober and like do what I was doing.
Yeah. And as you stopped drinking and doing illegal drugs, or some of them legal, I'm guessing, because Sanic is legal, or Xanax. How did you, because I know that you weaned off of antidepressants and all that other pharmaceutical stuff that they were giving you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was that? And why did you decide to do that?
Because of you. Like, I was dating Santi at the time, and I just knew it wasn't working. Like, he would literally be in my bed, and I'm just like lifeless. Like, I'm sober, I'm doing the stuff, I'm doing the steps, I'm showing up, you know, but at the same time, like, I was just done, like dead all the time, like fighting myself. And he kind of helped me open my eyes up to like what you were doing, and like there is different ways, and there's ways to like meditate and like microdose and do things that you don't have to be medicated. And at that point I kind of knew like, okay, this is what's really holding me back now. It's not a tool. Maybe it was at the beginning of my sobriety, but now it's just backfiring, and I still feel horrible.
Yeah. So you just weaned off of them, or?
Yeah, myself. I didn't trust anybody anymore. In like doctors, therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, like it doesn't matter. Like I didn't trust anybody other than my life coaches. Like I was done.
Yeah.
I was doing it my way.
Yeah. You just stopped taking them from one day to the next, or little by little?
No, like pretty much.
Yeah. And how was that? Did you have withdrawals? Was it hard?
Honestly, I was on so many meds that I was kind of unable to like keep memories. Like I don't remember. Like I live through my pictures.
Wow.
Because I don't have a good memory of my childhood, of my high school years. Up until recently, I still think I have trouble. Like I block a lot of things out, and I think that's a very normal thing to do with trauma and PTSD. And I really did block it out, so I can't like directly remember like withdrawals of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, also like birth control was really messing me up.
Yeah.
So I just, you know,
it's crazy all the things that they give you. Here's for ADHD, here's for depression, here's for anxiety, here's a hormone birth control to fuck up your hormones.
Right.
And you're not even 17, 16. You know, I think we've gone so far out of the natural way. So, I mean, I have seen you. I've seen your transition of like, you know, struggling into like super calm. And of course, we all have our days here and there. But I see you managing your energy in a way different, more mature way.
Yeah.
You know? So, how was that process for you? So say you weaned off of all that stuff, and you begin to feel, right? There's a lot more emotions that are going to be coming up and things. So how did you, I see you journaling every day. You have a pretty good journaling practice. Therapy, the ocean meditation, like what did you do? How was that process for you? For anybody here who's listening that might be wanting to wean off of medications or get sober or send this to somebody, you know, just to see how you navigated that.
So I don't really recommend just cold turkeying it.
Yeah.
That was not the best idea. So I'm not recommending that. But for me, journaling was a really big thing. It was like a habit that gave me a reason to like show up for myself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that started, and I did it every day for like 500 days, and now I'm not so strict with it cuz it's just kind of who I am, but I also, the meditations really helped me. Um Therapy for sure helped me just understand my trauma and my parts and my beliefs and my blockages and like all these things. But I really had to show up, and it's like a battle every day. Like, I don't exactly wake up today and I'm like, wow, like life is so amazing. Like, no, I've been bringing my sword to war for years now.
Yeah.
And like, I just feel it, and it's not easy, but there are things that make it more manageable, like the journaling, like the therapy, figuring out who you are, what your beliefs are. I mean, like everything starts from when you're so little. So you have to like go back and you have to feel that stuff too.
Yeah.
Like there was so many resentments that I held and so many things that just kept me in that space of anger, and I had to really work through it and feel it to get over it and like understand that like the abused abuse.
Yeah. Hurt people hurt people.
Exactly. And like I think I've even abused in my own way.
Yeah.
I've had to learn from a very young age how to be manipulative, and I know that that's hurt other people. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
You have to forgive others and forgive yourself.
Right.
There's a lot of shame that comes with addiction, but you have to know that like everyone's just trying to survive out here.
Yeah.
And resentments are only going to keep you in a place of being a victim.
Word.
And it's never going to get you to where you need to be, or freedom.
Right.
And peace. Like you have to make it a part of your story, but also let it go.
Yeah. But it takes some work, right? I mean, I've seen your work. You're working it. How else did you integrate? Because I know that you also really watch what you eat, um, exercise. How have you been able to navigate through that and use that for as a healthy, self-loving way instead of, well, I'm just controlling this because it's kind of adding to the eating disorder shit.
Yeah. Mm, I think it kind of just becomes routine a little bit. Like even if I have weeks or even months where I don't work out or don't eat super healthy, like I always kind of come back to it because I just know it makes me feel good. And just a lot of education, like learning about it, learning what's in our food, and just understanding that nourishment is really important. And I think a lot of people think nourishment is just the food on your plate, but it's so much more. It's the music you listen to, the people you surround yourself with, um, the things that you say to yourself, who you believe you are, what you believe you can be. So many things. And so I think when you just focus on nourishing yourself in all aspects, like for me at least, like working out and eating healthy just comes pretty easily when that's my main goal, just to feel good.
To feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good such a balancing act.
Yes.
And I remember going one time from like finally realizing I was sitting down eating something for out of self-love instead of like, if I don't eat this I'm going to get fat, sick, or die, or like those were the motivations prior to, maybe not 100%, maybe, but until I realized like, oh, I'm actually eating this because I care about me. I want to nourish myself. I want to love myself. I literally was crying by myself. This was like a long time ago, but just sitting in the table going like, I've been really hard on myself. I don't want to be so hard on myself. I mean, I like having a discipline, but not so much violence, like so hard is just, so I have seen you soften, So for me, it's been a really beautiful process to see like, Spunky, you pissed off Mika today. And I was just like telling Paula like, yeah, or whoever you're talking to, like, that might be codependence.
Yeah.
You might need to look into that. Be curious about this. I'm like, oh, look at you.
You're like, yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's a journey, and it's just like you have to work it.
It works.
And it comes.
Yeah.
But it takes time.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I could tell you, like, how many times I thought I was back at rock bottom.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not linear.
Exactly.
It's not linear. So you have to embrace the downs as much as the ups, or it's going to get really hard.
Exactly. To try to not run from it. But
Right.
it's like, well, this is where I'm at right now. Which I'm guessing the meditation helps with that. Do you think that like the mushroom journeys that you did have helped?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about this yesterday, and it's like life-changing in so many ways. Like when you go into something with the intention of being a better version of yourself, whatever that intention may be, it's like you're already showing up for yourself.
Right.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
And it's true medicine that will give you what you need. I remember my last journey, I went and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to face the worst part of myself. Like, I don't want to do it. And you were like, you're doing it. And I was like, okay, like I'll do it. I walked in here and I was like, really, like, is someone going to like come and get me? But I was like, no, like I have to do this. Like I knew I had to do it. And I thought it was going to show me the worst, biggest wounds that I ever had. And it did the opposite. It showed me who I was before the wounds.
Wow.
Yeah. It was crazy. I was laughing like a little. I just remember being like, oh my God, I need to stop laughing. Like there's other people here. Like I need to control this. And I was like, I just feel like a little kid. And I was like, you're just a little kid. Like, be serious. And then like, no, like the medicine was like, no being serious right now. Like you need to enjoy, like you need to feel like a little kid. Like you still are that little kid. You need to nourish her and like embrace her and have fun and loosen up. And that was my journey. They're not all that fun though.
Right.
But that one,
they come and go.
Yeah. But that one, that's,
and also
what I
that
needed.
one was after you having done a lot more work processing, journaling, experiencing without any type of drugs or alcohol. So, I mean, I think it does add up. A lot of times when people come to a journey, I say, well, it also is going to depend on, number one, what you said. You're showing up for yourself for a better version, which you're open to that. But also, they do kind of help you embody all the work you've done.
Absolutely.
All the podcast, books, and material, meditations, everything just is like, it comes through. And that's great. Los Niños Santos, that's what they do. They make you go back. They heal childhood trauma.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that that's one of the main things that they do. Besides
Absolutely.
the technology and seeing other cosmovisions, which is, but the first thing we got to do is heal that little child,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that one, and then there was another journey that I did where I'm like in the mirror screaming like, I'm just a little girl. And that one was also super powerful because I had always held myself to this standard of being this like strong, older. the second I was like 3 years old, everyone's like, you're so mature for your age. You're so much older. You're so wise. You're so this. You're so that. And so, like, this was a constant, like, I have to grow up super fast. I have to be this older woman that everyone thinks I am. And so, one of the journeys was just like, you're literally 18 years old. Calm the fuck down. Like, you're okay. Like, you can be a kid. You're just a kid. But I had to feel it. I was like screaming and crying. So there's the fun ones, but there's also the ones that are way more intense and you're just crying for hours, and that, but you need it.
It's grief medicine.
Absolutely.
You have to feel the grief. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That's important to see that there's both. But they both bring relief in some way, you know. And I know that you just finished this really cool nutrition, wellness, health coaching school. And you want to talk about that? Like, how was that for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I definitely use my battles now as a testimony for what's possible, for healing, for growing, for becoming a better version of yourself. And I really, truly believe that I got a second chance at life to help others.
Yeah.
And my life coach one time said, like, recover loud as hell so other people don't die silently and suffer silently. And I just remember being like, I need to help other people. Please do. I, in that moment, just knew, like, this is going to be a superpower, and this is like a big reason why I got a second chance. And so I saw this course and I was like, this is great. Like, it's not just about nutrition. It's really, that's like the smallest part of it. And I think when people hear health coach, they really think, oh, to lose weight and to eat healthier and stop eating sugar. And that is a part of it for sure. Right. That is a part of nourishment. But it's so much more than that. It's like whatever is not aligned in your life that you need help with, like, that's what a health coach is really there for. Like, there's the primary nutrition, the secondary nutrition, and it's not just about what you eat. There's also other things that nourish you outside, off the plate. Yeah. And that is kind of what I help people with.
And, you know, how important was it that you had a recovery coach?
Yes.
You know, and a life coach to help you in this journey. So, what you bring, what you can offer to somebody who's wanting to have an accompaniment, because that's kind of what a coach does. I'm walking alongside you.
Yes.
This is the information I can give you. Let me ask you these questions. Let's get curious about it. And so, I think, I want to just kind of honor that you're doing this and that you're offering people this type of accompaniment. I hate calling it a service, even though we do have a life of service to live, right?
Right.
You can't keep what you got if you're not giving it away.
Right.
So that's beautiful. But also the accompaniment of, I think it just sounds a little bit more, I don't know, more beautiful.
Absolutely.
You're walking alongside other people, helping them in the meeting their goals or assisting them to be well, to be healthy, to be whatever they need to be, clean.
Happy.
Exacto.
The highest version of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Free. Yeah. Gabor Mate always says, what's the goal? Liberation. Right?
Absolutely. We're only here for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Like, just live.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier said than done.
Yeah. But it can be done.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, do you think that, because you just said it's so much easier said than done. Do you think that's more of an idea that we bring on ourselves, or
we do tend to, as humans, overcomplicate a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, most of the time we are getting in our own way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier said than done in the way that it's work.
Right.
It's not going to happen overnight. There's not going to be setbacks. There will be setbacks. You will feel like you're falling down 1,000 times and getting up 1,000,000 more. Like, that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But it's very much possible when you have the self-efficacy and believe that you can.
Right.
I think that makes it a lot easier.
So, being responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cargarte. ¿Cómo se dice? Like to. Yeah. I mean, the way when I realized like I was getting better in my sobriety was
Yeah.
when I stopped blaming others and started to say, okay, what can I be responsible for me? Because I love to blame and talk shit. Oh, girl, I can sit here for an hour talking about this and
You know
that and
I'm like that too.
intergenerational trauma. Maybe that's why we get along. Which is, I think, part of sometimes the process. Venting is cool. It's
Of
just,
course.
it's actually healthy, you know. But at the same time, okay, what's my responsibility in this? Because
Yeah.
talking shit all day isn't really going to help me see what's my part or how I can go in and make changes or seek a better version of myself like that isn't always just complaining. So um and I have seen that in you 100%, just like this really beautiful spectrum of wow, um and your support and your kindness and your love and your baking. Mika makes amazing um desserts that are gluten free and coconut sugar and all healthy, that are really good. Um, and so now you're starting to offer, right, coaching
Yes.
services, which is one of the reasons why we're here, so people can know about this and and send your kids. I know a lot of you women are my age or similar. You have younger people, and who sometimes you don't really. You might think, oh, but she's so young. What's it? No, 20 years old with what you've been through. We need coaches like you with your experience, with your transformation that I have seen and witnessed and I know is legit, accompanying other kids too, you know,
Yes.
because it's hard out there, man. And not everybody has a supportive family. You know, I also want to give a shout out to your mom and dad and your family. We all have trauma and some issues that we just are blindsided, you know. But that she went and got you and that she got you those coaches and that they're there and doing the work as well and trying to figure this out. Um, so grateful for that. You know, so grateful for that. And to see, I think on the other side, when you're more like, oh, okay, now wow, now I feel so much better. You can see that there were all these virtues and so much love in there to begin with. Like after you're putting the trauma aside, oh, there's also these beautiful parts that not everyone has access to. So coaching and accompaniment like that is brilliant, and congratulations. Thank you. And let's keep going.
Absolutely.
Keep going. Where are we going next, Mika?
God, I just need a break. Give me a second. I'll let you know in a little bit.
I meant on vacation.
Oh, Switzerland.
Let's go to Switzerland. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, also having fun is part of the thing, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. I mean, people, especially children, so misunderstood.
Yeah.
And just to have someone there to understand them, it makes such a difference. And even adults, like, we want to become better,
Right.
but we get in our own way. And so to have someone accompany us to really understand what's getting in our way and to like pull out that self-efficacy, like I said, and like what we're actually good at. You know, we're so quick to look at what we're not good at. And so having someone to help us process is huge. And so
yeah, that's good.
Hopefully I can help some people out.
Be emotionally attuned, and I think you can. I
Absolutely.
thank you for coming to share here. um, your story, your process, and yeah, let's see where we go.
Thank you for having
Yeah.
me.
Where can people find you if they want to go?
My Instagram,
Okay.
Coach Mika Chait, I think.
Okay. I'm going to put the link on here.
Okay.
But yeah, they should just DM you or hit it up there so you can
Yeah,
set up a call and see if it's a good fit.
absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach Mika.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for listening. Please share, subscribe, send it to as many people as you think this might be useful for, because the whole point of this is creating a community and a family that um, is walking towards liberation and just, a lighter life, um, connected to love. So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time.